You're currently being distracted. Xi Jinping has already invaded Taiwan. You're thoroughly distracted right now with the war in Ukraine. I understand that. But you need to look at the bigger picture. You really do. Like my good friend Old Man Thoughts would say, let's take a look at the map. So here's an ordinary map that was ordered from Amazon and was probably made in China. Ironic isn't just an Alanis Morissette song. As you've been told, both China and the US are willing to use troops in Taiwan, and China basically owns the entire area, surrounding it from Myanmar to Malaysia and around the entirety of the Philippine Sea. More on that in a second. Let's look across the map at South America. So here, China has business all through here, as well as in Venezuela, and has control of the Panama Canal here. Now, you know the border to the US is right here, and we have an open border. As you know, 80 terrorists have been caught going through so far, and that's just the people we've been told about. But wait, there's more. Let's jump to this proxy war all the way over here. Now, there's a lot of dirt in the Ukraine, keeping certain American parties very interested in the area. But like I said in the beginning, we are thoroughly distracted. You know, my friend Old Man Thought scratched the surface when he told you you should be worried about the US tearing itself apart and the ominous alliance between the Russians, the Chinese, and the Iranians. So let's take a look at another map to put the truth into perspective. This is a map showing China, Russia, and all the countries involved in China's Belt and Road Initiative. What is the Belt and Road Initiative? China has lent over 1 trillion, that's right, I said 1 trillion US dollars to over 100 countries around the world, exporting millions of Chinese workers and businesses across the globe. All of these countries on this map are shaded in red. Now, all countries shaded in blue are allies of the United States and or trade partners not under contract with China as per the Belt and Road Initiative. Now, notice here, Ukraine's red, or here, Taiwan is red, or here. This entire strategic zone right here near the Philippines or up here near Japan, or how about over here, half of Europe to the east, to the south here in Africa. How about over here, South America, Cuba, Hawaii? Yes, there will be shipping problems, and yes, there will be global food shortages in 2023 and beyond. And yes, we have to be worried about terrorism and a shifting world order. But we aren't looking at the big picture. While we've been distracted, the entire West, while we've been distracted, China has already taken over the world. Remember what I said, China's already invaded Taiwan. Not only are we distracted, we're surrounded. Let that sink in. Let that sink in, folks. We are surrounded. You see, China's a communist country, and communism allows for all businesses to be used for military purposes. Everything you see in red on this map is a potential Chinese military site, and we're surrounded on all sides. It's very easy to see when you shade in the colors on the map. The war in Ukraine, the threat and eventual invasion of Taiwan, and the Iranian-funded terrorists, they're all a distraction. They're all there to pin the West down and buy time. Because after a certain amount of time, China will economically win, and the new China, Russia, Iran-led order will dominate the globe without ever firing a shot. So ask yourself, especially when you see the Nord Stream 1 and 2 explosions or this historic US division that looks almost like we're about to have a civil war and all of the CIA involved, ask yourself, Who needs World War III more? China or the United States? Pay attention.